Hey everyone, I hope you're doing really good today. In this video, we're going to go over the best 50 tips and tricks for your new Apple Watch Series 7. So let's begin with the video now. First up, we're going to have sleep tracking, and Apple introduced built-in sleep tracking capabilities for your Apple Watch with WatchOS 7. Using the sleep app on your iPhone, you can set sleep goals and a sleep schedule. Then a wind down screen will appear when it's time to unwind for the day and get ready for bed. Once activated, your Apple Watch and iPhone automatically turn on Do Not Disturb and darkens the screen. You will open the Settings app, scroll down and tap Sleep, and then follow the on-screen steps to enable sleep tracking and charging reminders. Next up, we're going to have use the QWERTY keyboard. Another benefit of the larger display is now that the Apple Watch has a full-sized keyboard, and this can either be tapped like normal or you can swipe around with Quick Path. Apple states that Quick Path will make use of non-device machine learning to help anticipate what the next word will be as you're typing. Then we're going to have to enable the always-on display. Starting with the Apple Watch Series 5, Apple introduced the always-on display. Now you're able to see everything that you need to see at glance, without worrying about the battery being drained throughout the day. And with the Apple Watch Series 7, the always-on display is about 70% brighter, making it easier to see. All you have to do is open up the Apple Watch app, go to Display and Brightness, scroll down to Always On, and toggle it on. Then we're going to have noise notification. Apple has added noise notification to let you know if the sound is too high and if you should turn things down. Or grab a pair of earplugs. All you have to do is open the Watch app once again, tap My Watch at the bottom, select Noise and then Noise Threshold, and select from the following numbers. You can also enable screenshots. While we are not using our Apple Watches in the same manner as the phone, there could still be times where you want to take a screenshot. Surprisingly, this feature is not enabled by default, but it's easy enough to do so. Open up the Settings app, tap General, and scroll down and select Screenshots. Then we're going to have customized notifications, and the Apple Watch is simply great for those who just want to keep track of your workouts and receive notifications throughout the day. But chances are there are so many apps buzzing and beeping at you all the time, and it's easy to become distracted, so open up the Watch app on your phone, tap My Watch tab, and at the bottom tap Notifications. Select the app that you want to customize. Then we're going to have number 7, add custom message responses. So canned responses work great when you're in a pinch, but they are not the greatest of all time. Thankfully, you can customize the canned custom responses that are used when someone sends you a message. Open the Watch app on your phone, tap the My Watch, and scroll down and tap Messages, Default Replies, and select what you want to replace. On spot number 8, we're going to have turn on AUTOPAUSE for cycling workouts. With the new latest watch includes a fall detection mode for when you get on or fall off your bike. It also introduced the ability to turn on AUTOPAUSE. To turn on AUTOPAUSE, go to Settings on the watch and scroll down until you find the workout app and find the turn on AUTOPAUSE. Then we're going to have set multiple timers, and this one is self-explanatory. Simply press the digital crown, select timers, and scroll up and down and tap custom if you need to make your own. You can also stay focused, and the new focus mode is all about filtering out the distractions that are getting away of your productivity. To turn on a focus profile, go to Settings on your Apple Watch and find the Focus app and set up sleep profiles. You can also share photos, and to share a photo from the Photos app on your Apple Watch, you need to do the following. Open the Photo app on your watch, scroll to find the photo, and select it. Then you will see a small share button on the bottom right. You can also unlock your phone while wearing a mask. The feature enables you to bypass the Face ID and passcode on your iPhone, as long as your Apple Watch is unlocked on your wrist. Open your iPhone, head to Settings, tap Face ID and passcode, and then turn on Unlock with Apple Watch and accept the warning. Then we're going to have wash your hands properly, and in this crazy post-pandemic world, you'll be glad to know the Apple Watch will help you make sure you're washing your hands for long enough. When you start running the tab and raising your hands, a timer will start and a countdown from 20 seconds. You can also check your VO2 max, and this is now tracked in the Fitness app. As part of your stats, you'll find your cardio fitness score, which is a VO2 max estimate based on your heart rate and pace on GPS tracked outdoor runs. Get cardio fitness alerts. Cardio fitness score on Apple Watch brings the idea of VO2 max to the masses and can estimate it based from your daily lifestyle and warn you if it deems your fitness to be dangerously low. So all you want to do is head to the Apple Health app on iPhone and go to Summary, Cardio Fitness, and Setup. You can also share watch faces, so just press and hold on a watch face and you'll see a share button. You can add a contact and even dictate a message. Sharing a watch face isn't just about custom picture you have used, it can also mean the exact selection of complications and adjustments that makes Apple Watch faces so personal and unique. You can also use the app dock, and to do this all you have to do is select the side button to open up the dock. You can also use bedside mode, and your Apple Watch can double as a neat little bedside clock, which makes it useful even if you're not wearing it. You can also clear all notifications, and if you're overburdened by notifications, you can wipe your recent history by swiping down from the top of your screen to access a chronological list. Then swipe down until you reach all the way up and select Clear All. You can also set an alarm, and setting an alarm on the Apple Watch isn't actually as straightforward as it may seem, but all you have to do is open the Alarms app on your watch and then tap Add Alarm. You can also use Siri on your Apple Watch, and no longer you have to activate things through Hey Siri, you simply need to activate or enable the new wrist raise option, which automatically kickstarts the assistant. And if that's a bit too Dick Tracy for you, pushing and holding the crown will also make Siri pop up. How to turn off Siri on your Apple Watch. So if you don't want to find Siri or you don't find her useful, you can turn it off from your Apple Watch. And to do it, you have to go to Settings on your watch and then go to General. Go to the Siri option and then tap the toggle next to Hey Siri to turn it off. You can also take an ECG reading, and it's an important feature that can help detect if you've got atrial fibrillation. So it's worth checking out at least once. It can even be helpful to take before you head for a yearly checkup. Then you can have discreetly view the time. If you want to check it on the time without raising your wrist, you can slowly twist the digital crown upwards and it will brighten up the screen gradually to let you pick in. You can also unpair your Apple Watch, and all you have to do is go into the Watch app and then open My Watch tab and tap on the eye on the screen and then hit Unpair Apple Watch. If you want to erase your data, all you have to do is head to Settings, General, Reset, and erase all content and settings on the device itself. You can also see the app that you're using, and this tip came from complaining to golf app developer Hold19 about constantly having to reopen the app while out on the course. In the Apple Watch settings menu, turn on the wrist raise feature, and below you have a couple of options on their on-screen raise show last app. You can also use old Apple Watch as a kid's tracker. A new feature on WatchOS 7 was the ability to add a second Apple Watch to your Apple ID and use it as a kid's watch. This will let you check in on your child's location, enable them to make calls to selected contacts, and enjoy some fitness tracking data too. All you have to do is get an LTE Apple Watch from Series 3 onwards and have it erased ready to pair, and choose Tap to set up for a family member during the process. You can also measure your blood oxygen, and you can take advantage of its SpO2 sensor to check your blood oxygen levels. All you have to do is open the blood oxygen app on the Series 6 or 7 and follow the instructions to take a spot check. You can also do a prominent haptic, and if you want to make sure you don't miss a notification without alerting everyone in your vicinity with an aggressive ding, then you can set a prominent haptic. You can set this up by going to Settings, Sounds and Haptics, and choosing Prominent Haptic on the watch. You can turn on heart rate notifications, and you can enable it in the heart rate section of the companion app. When you turn it on, you'll be asked to choose threshold, then your Apple Watch will only alert you when you go past the threshold and appear to have been inactive for about 10 minutes. You can also use the Breathe app, and if you find yourself getting stressed in the day, you might find it useful to tap into the Apple Watch Breathe app. This allows you to follow the on-screen instructions and focus on your breathing and select amount of minutes. You can also chain together your workouts, and if you want to jump from one type of workout to another rather than stopping the current one, swipe right and tap the plus button to add a new one on. You can also share activity rings, and to do it you need to add friends, which has to be done by going to the dictated activity app on your iPhone. You can then select sharing and hit the plus icon in the corner to add contacts. You can also change the move goal, and the move goal is your calorie benchmark for each day. And while it is a satisfying one to tackle, the battle gets a little old if it's set too high or too low. So simply go to the activity app and force touch the rings. You should see the move goal pop up and allow you to adjust. You can also use pictures as watch faces, and by default, Apple Watch selects images from favorites folders on your phone, and something we never thought to use before. So go and tag some images in iOS using the heart button at the bottom, and when you use the photo album on Watch Face, it will randomly select photos from the folder. You can tap the face to cycle through all the images. You can also control the music playback, and we have already talked about how to add music on the Apple Watch, but what about controlling it on other devices? Well, if you've updated your WatchOS 4.3, then you can control the music playback on the Apple HomePod or iPhone straight from the watch. You can change AirPods volume, and when you're playing music on an Apple Watch running on WatchOS 4 or later, whether it's from your iPhone or watch, you can glance on your watch to see what's now playing, and all you have to do is rotate the digital crown to raise and lower the volume. You can also enable the fall detection, and Apple made a big deal about fall detection during the unveiling of Apple Watch Series 4, but the feature actually isn't turned on by default. When it is, the watch is able to detect falls and offer automatic assistance, and to enable it, head to the Apple Watch on your iPhone, tap the My Watch tab, and go through the emergency SOS and toggle the fall detection option. You can also check your data usage, and if you've got an Apple Watch with a cellular connection, you may want to keep an eye on your data usage. You never know whether something will tip you over your monthly plan. So you'll have to head over to the companion app and check in on the cellular option to see the information. Once you do, however, you'll find out how much data you have used in the current period and which apps are using that data. You can also check in on storage, and if you want to see how much storage you have to play with, head to the Apple Watch Companion app, go to General, and then select Usage. Here you'll be able to get a breakdown of how much space apps are taking up. You can also change the text size, and if you find yourself constantly squinting at your wrist to read the watch notifications, you can change the text size by simply going to Settings, Brightness, and Text Size. Then configure it to whatever is comfortable to you. You can also eject water after a swim, and if you want to manually use this feature, swipe up from the main home screen to view the Apple Watch Control Center. Look for the water droplet icons and then press it. You'll be then prompted to twist the digital crown to eject the water. You can also find your iPhone, and if you swipe up to bring the control center, look for the pink iPhone button and tap to be reunited with your iPhone. You can also force start, and Apple says to do this action as a last resort, so if you're left with no choice, then hold the digital crown and side button together for 10 seconds. You can also cover to them, and if your watch is set to notify you or ring with sounds, but you're in the middle of a meeting or situation where loud dings are rude, you can turn on cover on mute in the sounds and haptic settings. Then simply cover your watch for 3 seconds for it to take effect. You can also use the theater mode, and to avoid being a public nuisance in the cinema, just swipe up on the watch face and click the Greek theater faces to enable theater mode. You can also transfer a call to your iPhone, and if you received a call on your watch but then want to continue it on your actual phone, you just have to accept the call from the smartwatch and swipe up to send it over. You can also select Power Reserve, and what you have to do is swipe up on the main watch to bring up the control center. The first icon displays currently battery status. Press this to reveal the Power Reserve button. And then lastly, we're going to have to understand the Apple Watch turn-by-turn directions. So if you're navigating a city using Apple Watch turn-by-turn walking directions, then you don't have to even look at your smartwatch. I'm going to show you how. So the HAPTIC engine will direct you, albeit in a slightly banker's way. A left turn will be indicated by 3 sets of double taps, and a right one will be indicated by 12 taps. Alright everyone, so that was the best 50 tips and tricks for your new Apple Watch Series 7. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and also leave a comment down below on which trick was your favorite. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications every time we post a new video. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next one.